This is Afro Sushi from Afro Sushi Reviews and Rankings. Welcome back to another video, and this is not going to be your traditional sort of like first impressions or review video, but in all honesty, I was just making this because I kind of wanted to send sort of like a tribute to Splatoon 2, aka one of my personal favorite video games that I have played on the Nintendo Switch. Well, ever since I got the Nintendo Switch a few years ago, I did get Splatoon 2 around like 2018, 2019, so it was certainly a really good time for me to join in on the, events that happen in the game, or join in the hype, whether say the Splatfests were in session. It was 5 years ago since Splatoon 2 released for the console, and I have been playing it for maybe around like 4 years or so, because I didn't get the Switch until like 2018. Like I said, I didn't get it on launch day. Initially, I remember like this was a game that I initially was not going to play on the Nintendo Switch. I don't know why, until I had a friend who recommended this game to me and literally told me that I would actually have a really good time with it. And ever since then, I can look back on the very first time that I was introduced to Splatoon 2 and the very first day that I started playing it, I could not stop playing it. It was just so damn addicting. When it comes to just the overall gameplay, the overall game mechanics, the overall game design, and even, offline play such as like hero mode or the Octo expansion. But this is not necessarily a goodbye, but rather a farewell to Splatoon 2, because I remember like I've created so many memories with this game. How I would always play this with my friends. Everything about the game was just so damn chaotic, but then there are also some of those like rage-inducing moments because of how everything can be so damn chaotic, especially when Splatfests happened at the time. And as I said before, I'm so glad that I was able to join in on the fun with Splatoon 2 while it lasted, while the game was still alive. I was glad that I joined in before Nintendo essentially pulled the plug. In a way, like, the game is not dead. There were still people playing it, but Nintendo was not necessarily supporting the game as much anymore with, say, Splatfest, after the final fest happened. And even then they threw in like the occasional Splatfest here and there. I'm not making this video to express that I'm like sad that I have to leave Splatoon 2 and play Splatoon 3, but rather, I feel bittersweet about all of this. This is more or less just me saying thank you, Splatoon 2, for giving me all of these wonderful memories, for essentially giving me all of the amazing content that I was able to play through and develop new relationships with new people and make new friends, and words cannot express at how thankful I am that I was exposed to Splatoon 2, and to the point where I become such a huge fan, and to the point where I would personally recommend you would go buy a Nintendo Switch just to play it. I mean, if Splatoon 3 was not coming out yet, I would have said play Splatoon 2 right now, but that's not the case. Once again, thank you very much, Splatoon 2, for letting me experience what I would consider to be one of, if not my personal favorite shooting games of all time, and especially giving me one of, if not my personal favorite DLCs, aka the Octo expansion. Everything about this game is amazing. I won't say perfect or a masterpiece, because it certainly has faults to a degree that, really irritates me and all, but without this game, I probably would not have, made new friends, or I would not be where I am today, be playing like so much more games on my Nintendo Switch. Like I said, this is not a goodbye. I don't want to say that, because it's not like I'm gonna abandon the game or even like forget about it, but rather just a farewell to Splatoon 2, because I look forward to Splatoon 3. I will certainly get a review or first impressions out when I do have enough time to play Splatoon 3. I will definitely share my thoughts on that. And for anyone who's friends with me on the Nintendo Switch, you will certainly see me playing the game like pretty much all the time. I thought I'd just make this video because, well, this is just a long sort of padded way of sharing my overall amazing experience with Splatoon 2. And once again, just thanking you, Nintendo and Splatoon 2, for this. So, yeah, that is all I have to say. Look forward to a review of some sort for Splatoon 3 and, you know, more content coming your way, guys. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on notifications by hitting the little bell icon next to it. With that said, guys, you all have a wonderful cartoony day.